Hello students, in last class we talked about a unit vector. We have defined the unit vector as the vector divided by its magnitude. Any vector A has its unit vector that is given as its lowercase over this a cap. This vector is divided by its magnitude. This is the magnitude of the vector, and you know that magnitude is equal to its amount or the quantity into its unit. So when you are dividing the vector by its magnitude, you are dividing the unit by its unit. You are getting a unitless quantity, that is the unit vector. So unit vector is unitless. You are dividing the dimension in numerator by the dimension in the denominator. Therefore you are getting a dimensionless quantity, that is the unit vector. So unit vector is unitless, it is dimensionless. Its magnitude is 1 and it carries a direction. So unit vector is represented by a tiny arrow. It is given by a tiny arrow in the direction of the given vector. Let us take two vectors, vector A and vector B. You divide the vector A by its magnitude, you are getting the unit vector of the vector A. You divide the vector B by its magnitude, you are getting another unit vector of the vector B, that is B cap. But these two unit vectors can be exactly equal if these two vectors are having some direction. So in this case, let these two vectors have some direction. Therefore, the unit vector A or the unit vector B, I mean A cap and B cap, these two unit vectors are having same direction, or we can denote both the unit vectors as U cap. So in general, U stands for unit vector. Of course, we can write U cap, that is the unit vector of any vector can be written as U cap. So U cap has magnitude 1. Is it 1 meter per second? No. Is it 1 meter per second square? No. Is it 1 Newton? No. It's just simply 1. It has no unit, no dimension. It is a simple and mathematical quantity. No units, no dimensions. Therefore, unit vector is just a mathematical quantity. It is a mathematical quantity. It shows only a direction. So the unit vector can show or can represent the direction of any vector. It has no magnitude and no dimensions. It is only a direction. So unit vector means direction. Who shows the direction? The unit vector. This is the basic definition of the unit vector of any vector as this vector divided by its magnitude. You can write the magnitude in this way also, because mod of vector A can be written as simple A, no problem at all. If this is true, then any vector can be given as the product of its magnitude and its unit vector. This portion is the magnitude and this portion is the direction. So this is the perfect representation of a vector. A is equal to its magnitude times or magnitude into, or magnitude is multiplied by its unit vector. Unit vector is the direction. Unit vector represents the direction. Unit vector shows the direction. And this is the magnitude. And remember, always the magnitude is a product of its amount or quantity and its unit. But the magnitude of the unit vector is always 1. It has no unit, no dimension. Therefore, it is a mathematical quantity. You cannot say 1 meter per second is a unit vector. 1 meter per second square is a unit vector. No. Even though the quantities, the amounts are 1, we cannot call them unit vector because they have different units. So these are not the unit vectors. Are not unit vectors. That's very interesting thing. Well, how to apply the unit vectors in different coordinate systems? We have 3 types of coordinate system, as you know. One is Cartesian coordinate system, and we have the polar coordinate system, we have cylindrical coordinate system, we have spherical coordinate system. Let me talk about these coordinate systems. Without the use of the plane polar coordinate system, we cannot solve the problems of curvilinear kinematics or the motion of a particle in a curve. This particular chapter can be taught very effectively when the students are very familiar with the concepts of curvilinear coordinate system or plane polar coordinate system. Apart from this coordinate system, we have a cylindrical coordinate system and spherical coordinate system. Let us talk about these 2 coordinate systems.